Hey guys, and welcome back to my world. Now, as I was going through my 1.7 tutorial world, I realized there's so much stuff that I actually was working on and did that I never actually showed you guys. So I thought I'm going to go back and, just check out some of the stuff that, I was kind of working on, wanting to show you guys. So the first thing is how on the right hand side, and this is a question I used to get quite a lot, is how to actually have multiple scoreboard displays on the right hand side. So for example, if you see, if I'm on the green spot here, you'll see I've got a green on the right hand side counting up. So I've got a green scoreboard on the right hand side. If I go into the purple, you'll see I now have a purple one. If I go into red, you'll see I now have a red one. And if I go into the yellow, you will see I have a yellow one. And the moment I leave any one of these blocks, you will see I no longer have a scoreboard objective. Now, unfortunately, you cannot have multiple scoreboard objectives displayed on the side. Okay, you can only have one at one time. I mean, you can get a bit of tricksy by trying to add people to groups that has some kind of score attached to it, but that is just messy, and in multiplayer environments it doesn't really work. At the moment it seems that you can't have more than 15 players on a scoreboard on the right hand side, and else the scoreboard just gets removed, which is a bit of a bummer and kind of makes the display on the right hand side completely useless for a multiplayer environment. So on the servers and stuff, you see you can't really use it when you've got too many people on the server, which is a pity. It's a big pity. But anyway, so let me show you how this works. Very straightforward. Let me just get into different view mode here. Where is it? There we go. And how to get shift. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm running a test for, obviously, that is testing each one of those blocks, that if I'm within a 2-block radius of the center. So it's testing if I'm 2 blocks away from this block here, which is the block 1 block here, and 2 blocks. Okay, so the moment I get out of one of them, you'll see, there we go. Okay, so the moment I leave, it no longer picks me up and it switches it off. Okay, so this is what this row of command blocks over here do. They test to see if I'm 2 blocks away from the center, the center block, and 1 block away. Okay, so that's what those do. It then uses a comparator, and now I'm using the feature in the comparator that means that it will always be on as long as the value is true. Okay, so if I only tested it once and the value is true and I don't test it again, this comparator will always be on. So this is why I'm constantly testing. Okay, so it turns on the comparator, and this comparator will stay on as long as I'm in one of those blocks. So what I'm doing is I'm setting the scoreboard display to sidebar green. So this is the green objective I've created. This is a dummy objective. Okay, so as long as I'm in this block over here, on the right hand side, I will then have the display. Now you'll see I've inverted the signal, and the moment I leave the block, so have a look at that, you'll see the signal turns on. Okay, now that signal does 2 things. First off, it sets the objective to sidebar to nothing. So I just go scoreboard objective set display sidebar and then leave off an objective. What that'll do, it'll then just clear it. So you'll see it's cleared it. Okay, and the other thing it does, it just resets my scoreboard player green, or so sets my green scoreboard for any player to 0. Now I've built this for single player and for myself, but you can very easily just change this to be multiplayer. Okay, so this is why every time I go in and go out, it resets my score. Now this is very useful when you're doing capture the flag or capture the objective, or you need anything where you need to stay on a specific spot or an area for a certain amount of time. Because you can always, let's say I have to stay in the spot for 20 seconds, I can always build a test for the tests if I am at 20 seconds. So the moment I leave and I resets it, it will just cancel the whole thing out. Okay, and then the way that I'm actually getting this scoreboards to actually count up, so you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it's just these 4 command blocks over here. They all do exactly the same thing. So scoreboards players add, it tests for if I'm in 2 blocks radius of that coordinates, so you can see if I'm there, and then it adds 1 to the yellow, add 1 to the green, add 1 to the purple, and add 1 to the red. Okay, so that's it. This is how to do multiple scoreboard displays on the side based on your location. Right, that's it. It's really quite straightforward. I've got quite a few things more that I'll be showing you guys shortly, but yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will check you all later.